We've got a developing situation in Cincinnati as a contentious Trey Hendrickson holdout now appears more likely headed for a trade as we roll. Presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. Up first, take a look at this. Confirmed. Hendrickson, who's not received the new contract he'd been looking for, is not attending the mandatory minicamp. And that means for the 3 days, he will be fined a total of, get this, $105,000. Yeah, and AJ Hawk now believes that a deal to keep Hendrickson will not get done.
Personally, I don't think they come to terms and find a way to get him a new contract. I just feel like with what's been going on, I don't see a deal happening.
Yeah, and Peter Schrager exposes a Bengals lack of urgency.
There has been enough time. If they wanted to get this done, they could have figured this out and found a way to find the budget and the numbers before training camp.
Wow.
They haven't moved heaven and earth to do that.
Yeah, and then Schrager drops the stark reality.
He's turning 31. They look at dollars and cents. And they look at a pie as a budget, and does this pie make sense to have that much of our salary cap devoted to a guy who led the league in sacks last year, but we don't know if he's the future of this franchise.
Yeah, but hang on, because it just got much worse for the Bengals as we continue, presented by Lindstrom Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Get them online at lindstromair.com. Rookie Shemar Stewart, drafted to replace Hendrickson, isn't signed or participating either.
You will not step foot on the practice field in practice until you're signed.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, and now look closely at his demeanor and body language when asked if he's communicating with his head coach.
What's your communication with Zach Taylor been like through this process?
We talk here and there.
Whoa. Yeah, and then the rookie actually checks himself.
I can't say what I really want to say, but it's their contract. They can do what they want with it.
Ooh. Yeah, and then the rookie has the audacity to claim he's completely in the right. And the veteran Hendrickson is actually a little bit in the wrong.
Technically, still 1% wrong.
Wow.
For being under contract. So, in my case, I'm 100% right. So, it should be a no-brainer.
Yeah, but wait, because Joe Burrow actually just made it worse as we continue, presented by Revo Rideshare. Ride for less, drive for more. Download now, Revo Rideshare. Burrow not only confirmed they're a mess, he reminds us that it's the Bengals' way.
Is Trey not being here, his deal not done, is that a distraction?
Of course. Last year we had 2, this year we have 1, so we do have less. You'd love to have none.
Yeah, and even Browns reporters can't help but point out how badly the Bengals have mishandled this.
The Bengals aren't paying Trey Hendrickson, and they won't give their first-round draft pick money.
I know. Neither of them are practicing.
Yeah. Like, you don't know what's going on there. Souring the relationship with you just picked this guy in the first round.
Yeah, and then that same Dogs podcast sums it up perfectly.
Not only will you not pay him, but what is basically just a standard rookie contract, you drafted him what I would assume to be is to replace the other guy you don't want to pay. And now you don't have either one of them.
Yeah, but hang on, because a Hendrickson trade is now looking more likely than ever as we continue, presented by Bud's Chicken and Seafood. Order online at budschicken.com. Trey admits it. This has escalated to actual animosity.
Very disappointed with the communication that's been had. Lack of communication leads to animosity.
Yeah, and remember, the Bengals gave him permission to seek a trade. Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero confirmed it last month. Yeah, and multiple teams are now in the conversation. Poly Market Sports reported that the Bears have been in trade talks with the Bengals for Hendrickson, and that the Bears were looking to go, quote, all in. And then Dan Graziano said, what about Buffalo for a second-round pick next year? And finally, Ben Solak of ESPN said, what about the Detroit Lions? The question is on the board. Question, who is this a worse look on, the players or the organization? The organization. Again, it's the Bengals, or the Bungles, we should say. They drafted a kid to replace the guy they might not pay, and then they're not paying the rookie, even though it's standard scale. It makes no sense. You know what does? Getting your AC checked out before summer, because it's about to work hard. Don't let it break. Don't let it get wrong. Get it right now, online, lindstromair.com. Lindstrom Air Conditioning and Plumbing, serving South Florida for 50 years. Hit subscribe, like, and comment. Tell me where I'm wrong, because I reply to them all. And remember, every day above ground is a good day, so say goodnight to the bad guy.